Podcast number 3 with the brother who came from Miami just for the podcast.
Flew up for it.
Yeah.
Flew up for it.
Let me tell you something. The day, so Kenny comes home. When'd you come home?
I got here Thursday night.
Thursday night. So we're midstream. Kenny comes downstairs and he goes, "Thanks for watching the cat," and then bounces. Now, let me tell you something. Kenny works for the stock market. So you're up at 5:30, and
I get up 4:30. I meet my buddy at the gym at 5.
Dude, I totally forgot that the cat wakes up at 5:30. I got an hour of sleep at best.
Oh yeah.
That night.
She's the worst.
I totally forgot. So after stream, like, first off, couldn't go to the gym next day. I was on a warpath the next morning. Mom was like I can't fall back to sleep because my room, before I blacked out the curtains, I mean, it's like looking at the sun. It's literally looking at the sun in my room. So I freaking, I wake up to the cat with her paws just on both my, like, just, and, dude, I was in such a bad mood. It's been a long time since I only got an hour.
Didn't go back to sleep at all? You just kind of sat to the bed?
The second I wake up,
didn't change rooms maybe?
Couldn't do it. So I was on a straight warpath. I was like, "Mom, I'm taking your coffee. I want blacked out curtains. I got an hour of sleep," and I was just miserable. And what I ended up doing was I edited that video. I finished editing at like 7:30, and then I passed out right here.
Nice.
I was miserable that day. So I ran off like 2 hours of sleep. So what we started doing was we just put her in
the hallway.
In the hallway. It works so much better, but
I think she's eating at 7 now too. So I gotta see how she feels about it.
I mean, you completely fucked your schedule for 5:30. I don't know why any cats waking up at 5:30. Well, now you have the remote feeder.
Yeah, the remote feeder if I ever needed it. That's more for when I leave.
Oh.
I mean, I'm up anyway, so just feed her then.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And if anything, she makes for an even better alarm clock.
See, I just don't like her in the basement because, first off, she jumps, so you guys can't see it, but there's like a window well. I took a picture the other day.
I can't believe she gets up there. That's crazy.
She jumps onto the PS4, up onto there, and then problem is now, Kenny might have overfed her a little bit, and she's 11 pounds.
She's
now,
a little chubby.
She comes crashing down on the desk. So the weight, it's like it's like an earthquake. It just shakes everything. So I'm like, God damn it.
She does a new thing now with me in Miami where she goes behind my bed frame and she reaches up, like kind of where my pillows would be, and she just pulls with her claws and just makes that ripping sound. And I feel my pillows moving. I can't grab her because there's no way to get her back there. So
that's not.
I gotta lock her out most nights now.
Yeah, but anyway, how was the beach? I know I was a little jealous. You saw Steve Aoki, right?
Yeah, we got to see Steve Aoki. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, we got there, took a few shots beforehand, pulled up with a group of like maybe 9 or 10 of us. I don't know if you met Taylor Kelly or not, but I'm like obsessed with her roommate for the past few years. And she finally made it down. Well, she made it down Memorial Day weekend, and so I knew for a fact that if she's coming out 4th of July, I was coming back up here. She said she'd make it, so she took my phone, put Kake me on it.
Kake me.
We went as close to Steve Aoki as you could possibly go. Like, we're touching. We could have high-fived
I actually saw him at Penn State my freshman year of college. We went, and it was in, I forget what gym it was. It was on main campus. It didn't seem like the main gym. It wasn't that. It was big, but it wasn't like.
I wonder.
I don't know Penn State that well, but dude, it was so loud because it's kind of a contained area. Like, it's indoors, if I remember correctly. But the speakers were so loud, even if you're not in the front. I mean, you can feel your chest shaking.
That's a weird stuff about those concerts. If you like feel the bass in your bones.
I don't remember if he caked anyone or not.
Dude, what's crazy about that guy? Dude, we looked it up. He's 44 years old.
Yeah,
that's so old.
He doesn't look
it. I mean, yeah, he looks younger. But he's also like he's kind of Asian, so.
Whoa!
They can go both ways. It's like all these moms in Miami. You don't know if they're like 30 or 80.
Right.
What was I gonna say? He was in Vegas the night before, flew to AC. And then after the AC performance, he went to Maryland. So we were like, damn, dude, you must really need money or something.
Wow.
I mean, I get it if he loves doing it.
You know what's funny about him? He doesn't need money because his father actually started hula hands.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So his father.
So I'm guessing he just loves to do it.
So he actually has a hula hands in his backyard.
That's cool.
I think a hula hands is like a bar/restaurant, but I'm not 100% sure.
You gotta look up Stevie Aoki's longest cake. Because it is a Tom Brady level throw. It is
the longest cake throw.
The longest cake throw. So Julia had caked me up, and like literally as soon as I knew we were going to see Aoki like a month ago, I was like, I guarantee you that girl's getting caked.
One thing I really want to do, just to
Yeah,
pause you. That's it.
Look at this throw.
I really want I want to take that TV because Mom doesn't use it anymore. So just so you guys know, behind the curtains is our mom's office, and across from her is this giant TV. And I want to put it there so we can just watch it on here. But I do want to see this Kake throw.
Bro, this throw is honestly legendary.
I'll post it in the video.
I couldn't even believe it when my buddy Johnny showed it to me. I was like, it can't be that big. Watch the flips that this Kake does. But he's in like a wheelchair. Look at this throw. Look at this throw.
Wow, that is long.
Dude, that's like it's like 40 yards. Might be a fish lens on.
I want to know.
But watch this Kake flutter though.
Whoa! Wow, and that's accurate.
Dead on.
Whoa!
Dude's in the wheelchair.
No, I wonder how far. I wonder if that's deceivingly long.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what I'm saying. He
camera.
probably has the fish lens.
That is long.
What are they called? Fisheye lens, the one the skateboarders use.
Yeah.
But alright, so check out Steve Aoki's Instagram here, where he gets just the whole team in his photos. We were so close that like, there was no way he was missing us. So you can see Brittney there with his red bucket hat. I'm right here. That's Tim. That's Julia with my phone in her hand that says "Cake me." She's like turning around talking to me. But one of these photos. All right, so there's Julia. There's the cake in the air, like feet away.
She's like, "Cake
and
me."
the next photo's boom.
Wow, you are really. I honest to God thought that this was on top of a roof.
No.
It looked like it was.
It's like on the boardwalk.
All right, I'll post this, but yeah. So I was jealous. I was like, oh, that was probably pretty cool. I feel like outside's a lot better.
Yeah, it was cool, but it's like drinks were like $32 per drink.
Yeah, that's about right.
But they did give you a big container, probably like 4 drinks.
when I was at I think I had to be a senior at Scranton. There was this club that was promoting Fetty Wap. This is like my biggest. Dude, if these ever blow up, I need him on the podcast just so I can yell at him for this.
I remember you telling me about it.
So Fetty Wap. So I'm going with friends. I went with my neighbors, and basically everyone at Scranton wanted to see this because we were told that Fetty Wap was going to show up at the club. Now no one was sure. We thought it was just a rumor to get people to come. Turns out he was, but dude, drinks, no exaggeration that night. So it was a 3-floor club, so huge vicinity, and they basically cut off the top floor to just us. Mm-hmm. So first off, drinks were, to your point, like $40 each for shots, which is like
shots run it up.
Yeah,
that's a lot, obviously.
Yeah.
But
so
the shots get expensive.
And I'm with all girls, so I'm paying for all their stuff. So no exaggeration, I probably spent like $400 that night. It's probably, we were told he would show up at 1. It's 3 a.m. Most people have left because we assumed that he was gone. My man Fetty Wap shows up at 3, does a song that no one knows, and his famous song at the time. I don't even remember what it was.
I don't remember all this stuff.
I can't remember.
Soda. He is a
well, maybe that, but and that was it. He just left. That was it. So he did 6 minutes of material, left after making us wait for 2 hours.
Probably made like a couple $100,000 too, honestly.
From that club, quite possibly. But let me tell you something. What has he done since?
No, he fell off.
Yeah, he just gave up.
Really
I think.
I remember he had one featured song with somebody. It might have been like Rich the Kid or A Boogie. And I remember it being good, but then it was years without hearing him, that song, and then since then never heard from him again. And he's a big Jersey guy, so I feel like I should know him better.
He had an album last year, but yeah, it's
that's big yikes.
I mean, My Way was just, that was freaking. He did the one with Drake, and that lasted like all of 2019 probably. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, so other than that, I was a little jealous. I don't think there was anything else to tell you. I know. I told you what happened with the cat. I told everyone about the cat on the deck on stream the other day.
Yeah.
So yeah, you really didn't miss too much.
Suicidal cat.
Yeah, the suicide cat.
Suicide cat.
But yeah, let's just get right into. So we got articles, and then I do questions from the Discord.
Okay.
So one of the 2 questions came from Zia this week that I thought were pretty good.
I had some topics I wanted to hear your opinion on as well.
Yeah, just pull up my folder.
Mainly because I didn't get to watch the UFC this weekend.
Oh, that's what I was going to start with. But
okay.
Let's start with something that you do know.
I got some takes on that as well.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. So you want to start UFC or you want to start the other one?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll start the first one. So I find this fascinating. So you know who Brittany Griner is?
Oh, yeah.
So do you know... So for those of you that don't know who Brittany Griner is, she's a women's WNBA player, but overseas, right? She's in Russia.
So these WNBA players don't make much money. in the United States, but they make more in Russia. So they play a season in Russia as well as the WNBA. And I believe her case is she had a vape pen with marijuana.
Yeah. So, correct. So, I find this hilarious because basically the idea is she's playing over there overseas. She does marijuana in a country where it's illegal. But the reason that she does it is because being in the WNBA over there, she's treated like a god.
Mm-hmm.
So
they need the money, too.
They need the money, yeah. I mean, they make a lot over there in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
But what ended up happening was she does this thing illegal all the time, but because of the Russian oligarchs, so the people who are...
the billionaires.
Yeah, the billionaires. They just basically pay her way out, so she gets around the law. But because of the war in Ukraine and Russia...
All their money seized, so they couldn't do it.
So they're not even there anymore. So that's why it's been such a struggle to get her out.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's kind of... So my take on this is like, I get it, you're living above the law, literally, but you didn't factor in the fact that there's a war going on, and right?
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things.
It definitely wasn't thought through, but it's like she probably never had to even think about it again, so she didn't put too much thought into it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how long she been a pro over there.
I'm pretty sure, like, it's been well known for a while that the Russian WNBA or whatever the hell it is pays a good amount more than the WNBA. Like, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe it's taxed, I don't know, but somehow somebody was telling me that they make more over there, so I gotta believe she's been going pretty frequently. My only take on this, though, is that, like, dude, if that was Anthony Davis or, like, Giannis, well, I guess Giannis is not a good example, I don't know if he's an American citizen, but if that was Anthony Davis, they would have got him back here. They would have got him back in no time. It was like when A$AP Rocky got in trouble, and I don't remember if it was, like, Switzerland, and Trump got right to work on it, and Trump got him back.
Yeah.
He had that funny tweet where he was like, gotta get you back ASAP, or something like that. It was really good.
Yeah. Try to connect to the I learned that with the GoPro, even though it's an old GoPro, you can actually hook it up to your phone and do all the camera controls from there. And I don't remember if that beeping means that, like, if I remember right, last time I did this, it was what's the word? It just stayed on. So I'm hoping the beeping doesn't mean like
beeping or blinking.
The blinking. So that's why I'm like, is it on or off? But
I bet you it means it's recording, because usually that's like a pretty telltale sign.
Yeah,
that, like,
that's fair.
Oh, is my thing working? Oh, it's blinking. Okay, yeah, it's recording.
I'm hoping. But yeah, so if it was Steph Curry, as we were saying, if it was Steph, anyone else, they'd be out of there by now.
They'd be out.
The problem is she's just not worth that much.
Yeah, and it's also like tensions are high. I get it, and you know our current government situation's a little.
And what they want in return. So the deal is, we'll give you this Griner lady back, but in return we want one of like our most crazy fugitives.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like
ridiculous.
a real Russian, but borderline terrorist.
Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't make any sense. Again, if it was LeBron James, yeah, sure, take him, but she's probably worth
what do you think about Putin potentially having cancer?
They disproved that.
They did?
Yeah. I think Lex Friedman talked
Think about how
that.
bad that would be if he did have it, in the sense that this guy with a nuclear button, who's already going after countries willy-nilly, was like, I got nothing to lose.
yeah, that was I know they talked about that.
I think I saw Rogan maybe mention that, and I was like, that's kind of a good point.
Yeah. I like to think that, especially the United States, I can't speak for other countries, but I think we would be able to defend against it to the point where they'd probably all blow up.
I'd hope so. Yeah. I saw some planes were landing in like Venezuela or Cuba, and pretty damn close to the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen to this lady. She said, and I quote, "I'm terrified I might be here forever."
I'm sure they have her in a nice vicinity.
Yeah,
I could be so wrong there, but I don't think they're torturing Brittany Griner
fair point. But
over a vape pen.
Yeah, I just think it's stupid. It's hard to feel sorry for her when you probably knew that you were doing something against the law, and you also knew that you were getting away with it. So you didn't think that I can't. If it was any other country that allowed marijuana, no one would care, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you knew it was against the law. What did you think was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
You can't put your faith in oligarchs.
If that's true, if that whole oligarch thing's true, then like I definitely agree with you. And then I wonder if she like was too in her own world, not understanding the current state of the world when she was in Russia.
I guess
because also was it on her way out that she got caught or in? Do you know?
On her way out, she was trying to fly back home, and they were
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
So I'm assuming she probably tried to leave because of these issues going on, and I guess she might have.
Yeah, I always wonder, like with sports, soccer players specifically, they're treated like royalty, like actual gods.
Like soccer?
Yeah. So I wonder, does she kind of fit that category in
Russia?
Russia
Ooh, I don't
as
know.
women?
I don't know.
Because then that's the only way I could see you going, I live above the law.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe she had that mindset that, she was above. She was at that standard. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know Russian WNBA well enough.
Yeah. I don't know our WNBA well enough. So, I was thinking the other day, I don't think I can name a single women's NBA player.
Got one right there.
Yeah. Well, does she count because she's...
Honestly, she might even be retired.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just tough to feel bad for that. But, I mean, if she is treated like a celebrity, which I guess she kind of is if you're friends with oligarchs. But
oh yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Yeah.
She probably is pretty well. Her class is high, or if that's the right saying.
Yeah, she must be up there. But all right, next topic. We'll go right into the fight. So you said you didn't see the fights this weekend?
Didn't see the fight. I was with Julia. My attention was drawn. The biggest fight card of the year, and I said, "No, can't watch it."
So, I mean, it was.
Let me tell you what I've heard.
Go ahead.
So, Pedro Munoz, Sean O'Malley. Obviously, I'm the biggest Sugar Sean fan, and I knew for certain Sugar Sean was going to beat his ass. But
yeah, he was winning.
People think that Sean's motion with his left, which kind of looks like it taps him in the eye, is the eye poke, when it's not. Sean throws a right.
Yeah, he more so walked into it.
No, not even that. I saw like a crazy angle. Prior to this motion, prior to this, which looked like the eye poke, Sean throws like I think it's a right hook with his thumb down, like prime boxing technique, and knuckle hits clean eyeball. And you see Pedro Munoz, he wipes, and then Sean does this. So his eye was already beat up.
Right.
So I saw that because I figured that was a controversial thing to talk about. The Max Holloway Volkanowski fight, I didn't rewatch yet because I want to sit down and watch that one.
It's very one-sided.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I knew Volkanowski was gonna beat his ass. I just thought it'd be ground game, and I believe it went decision. Or no?
Yeah, it went decision, but it was like 45. 40.
I saw like brief clips, and Volkanowski, like none of them were of him on the ground. And I was like, oh really? I didn't think he would try to outbox, but this is the third time they fought. Yeah. Still.
See, I didn't want to go too deep into because I know not all of our fans are UFC into UFC, but I mean, I called the Holloway fight. I literally said to Matt, and Matt was like, I don't fucking. I
didn't think he'd win.
I knew it was gonna be so.
I didn't even check the betting odds on that, but I was like pretty confident in Volkanowski.
So the reason I want to bring it up was, did you see the post-interview fight of Sean O'Malley with Cejudo?
Yeah, Cejudo's drunk ass in the back.
So, quickly, Henry Cejudo, for those of you that don't follow MMA, he was probably the best, arguably.
Was he a feather, or was he...
Yeah, he was, 125. He's very good. Like, some
he was
consider
good.
the greatest
Yeah, he was really good.
of all time. But he hasn't fought in many years. He retired many years ago. And Sean O'Malley, who, everyone loves. He's a Twitch streamer. A great UFC fighter, but Cejudo's just standing there like this. He's like, I think you fucking suck.
Yeah.
You're good to go now, huh?
I'm good to go.
Say it.
When would you want to bend the knee at what time? Because I think you absolutely suck.
What do you weigh?
Go ahead, carry on with the interview.
He's
Call him like a
funny.
tune-up
Yeah,
fight.
he's like, yeah.
They
It's
said-
just like, okay.
They said they had to kick Cejudo out of backstage because he was drunk, stumbling over shit.
Yeah.
So picture him just like drunk. He's like standing there just staring at Sean O'Malley during the interview and just saying something stupid. And Sean O'Malley's like, what do you even weigh right now?
Yeah. He's like, are you even in the pool?
I saw it even in a later interview. Sean
Yeah.
was like, was he want to fight me in 3 years? But he's
Yeah,
not gonna
so in the UFC, again, for those of you that don't know, to be a fighter, you can always come out of retirement and finish your contract, but you have to go back into what's called the USADA testing pool, which is like their drug system. So I think you have to go through, I think it's like 9 months. It's like a weird amount of time, but you have to be clean for 9 months.
Yeah.
And Cejudo just started that, so it's kind of weird
He
to call
did
someone out.
just start his
I don't know. That he didn't answer the question.
I don't-
It was just so funny because Sugar's just giving him like a.
I don't know.
rundown.
I don't even know if he's gonna actually come back. I think he might just
fucking
been.
suck.
Yeah. He's like, 'cause I think you're a punk or something like that. Or no, he goes, I think you fucking suck or something like that.
Yeah, it's like I think you absolutely fucking suck.
Yeah.
So either way, that wasn't actually the news I wanted to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. So Chris Pratt was there.
Criticize Izzy.
Yeah. So Again, I won't give the. Everyone loves Izzy because he's known as the style bender, super into anime, video games, whatever.
Usually very entertaining to watch.
Yes, agreed. He comes out with the Undertaker theme song, which was nuts.
That's cool.
Right. Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Oh, you didn't watch that at all? Oh my god, it was so cool.
I'm gonna sit down and rewatch the whole card, but
so I think
first watch.
I think the problem is, and it's a fair argument. So here's a little fun fact for you: Izzy has the least amount of finishes out of any champion.
Really?
Yeah. So
does he doesn't have knockout power, or does that?
Yeah, people complain like, oh, he doesn't have knockout power, but I think what it is, and this is. I think he's a great showman. So it comes out to Undertaker doing the dance moves, talks a lot of shit like every other UFC fighter.
Yeah, gotta build the card.
Yeah, exactly. But what's weird is his fighting style really doesn't completely match his cadence. I think's the right word.
His tempo,
like people expect big. Think of Conor.
Okay.
I mean, Conor was knocking people out.
Yeah. So.
Ground and pound.
I do have a comment on this, and I'm glad you say this, because I definitely agree, and here's the reason I think. Other than Charles Oliveira, I don't think there's a single fighter, guy or girl, that isn't slightly, as soon as they get the belt, defensive mindset only. Their offense,
that's fair.
When they get the belt, like when Izzy didn't have the belt and was fighting, entertaining. These past two...
Whitaker.
Vittori was 3 ago or 2 ago? That was 3 ago. So the past 3 fights have been Whitaker, Cannonier, Vittori, and I think Paulo Costa before that. Paulo Costa entertaining fight because that was like
they were both undefeated.
Both undefeated, both up and coming, like looking good as fuck. Paulo Costa, obviously, I love that guy for the eraser. I don't know why I like Paulo Costa. He's such a dumbass, but I like Paulo Costa a lot. Izzy's fights became way less entertaining. What's his name? I guess I can't really compare the other divisions, but specifically Oliveira. That guy comes at you like a bat out of hell every fight.
Yeah.
Every fight. He never misses a beat.
So here's a question then. Who do you think's more entertaining, Izzy or Nurmagomedov, Khabib? Because he won 23 in a row or whatever, 29 I think, whatever. All wrestling though.
That goes to your finishing scenario.
Right.
He didn't have that many go to.
Well, he would choke out though.
That's a finish in my book.
Yeah, I guess it's just kind of weird because I do kind of understand Chris Pratt's argument here. It was like, oh, this fight was kind of boring.
I've heard. Yeah.
Cannonier's a dangerous dude. You don't want to get starched.
I just saw a video of Cannonier, and I don't know if it's a different Cannonier from years back. He was bald. Of him fighting, I don't even know who it was, but he was like letting him punch him in the face, and he's doing nothing. He was doing nothing at all. So I was like, okay. And Cannonier's always had, my respect as a fighter. He's been good to watch, but everyone loves Izzy in that division.
Izzy stopped him with every takedown, but
there's still yet to be anyone in the middleweight division to make Izzy look bad. I'm hoping this next fight with the guy who just fought Strickland.
Same guy. The Brazilian kickboxer.
That's the guy who knocked Izzy out twice in kickboxing.
Yeah.
I saw the post a little bit where Izzy was like, I was young. I was something with my hands.
It's a different fight. I mean, now we have wrestling, even though we don't see Izzy wrestling.
I didn't think this guy was going to beat Sean Strickland, and sounds like he knocked him out.
Well, hold on.
I didn't watch the fight. I didn't watch the fight
so
yet.
Strickland, I won't spoil it for you. I mean, he didn't play it smart. Let's just put it that way. Strickland could have made that more of a fight. That was
okay.
Yeah, it was.
Sean Strickland just has an ego on him as well. But
he's funny.
He would have been the next guy to fight Izzy if he'd won. I can't imagine Vittori gets a third. Although, actually, I should say Vittori should get a third. Because when he took on that Paulo Costa fight out of weight, that's doing Dana a big favor because that could have... So if the guy doesn't make weight, they can still agree to fight, is my understanding.
Yeah, you have what's called a catch weight fight.
Yeah, it's not in the division. Yeah. So Vittori could be like, I'm not doing that. Like, the guy's not even in my division anymore.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I think there's a reward for that because that wasn't a main UFC. That was like a side UFC. But that fight night could have been ruined if Vittori didn't step over that. And I love Paulo Costa for no reason at all. Just like the dude.
Yeah. So, I understand where Chris Pratt's coming from. I know some people are like, "Oh, you're a movie star, stick to your lane." But to a certain degree, I understand. Like, the Izzy fight wasn't so exciting. Like as you said, he played very defensive, sat back.
No, I haven't seen the fight yet, but the past 2 he has. So that's why I say that.
Yeah.
Since Vittori, Paulo Costa, good fight. Vittori, Last two, what's his name, Whitaker, that was interesting. And then this one, I bet you I watch it, and judging on what Chris Pratt said, doesn't sound like an entertaining fight. Sounds like he's going to stand back, throw jabs, throw high kicks, keep distance, maybe dance a little.
I don't think there were any kicks. I don't think there was a single kick. I have to look back at the card.
That would really surprise me if Izzy didn't throw any high kicks. Or if Cannonier didn't throw any high kicks.
That's a good question. Forget what Matt and I were doing.
As long as there's no calf kicks, I'll watch the frickin' fights, you know.
But calf slice?
Seems like everyone just like to swell up the calf on everybody. Okay, so my other thing with Izzy that I want to talk to you about.
Go ahead.
Can you go on Instagram?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll have to show you here, but I can maybe send it to you. So Izzy is listed at 6'4", 76 inches.
Which I hear he is.
Okay.
Like a legit 6'4".
Look up what Francis Ngannou's height is.
Francis. Why am I struggling to...
NG.
I'm just... That's not what I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with Francis. So 6'4", 262. Literally
6'4",
yeah,
right?
Same height.
They are not the same. He's sitting. He's sitting. Watch him get up. Watch him get up.
Oh my God.
He is not 6'4". So I'm very curious as to one, who's lying, and two, what Francis looks like against Tyson Fury, who's I think 6'7" or 6'8".
Yeah.
Francis looked huge, and I checked past fight cards to confirm that they were both 6'4", and I took screenshots of them as well, where it says that he is indeed 6'4", for a little bit of evidence.
Well, I've seen him next to Brendan Schaub.
Adesanya, 76 inches. Francis Ngannou, 76 inches.
Wow, yeah, that's a good point.
So I had to double check that.
Hey, Dana.
Someone's lying
Let
to
us know.
I don't know, maybe he's barefoot, but like that's a lot of inches on
Yeah.
even if he's barefoot.
All right. Well, that's all the fighting news. Oh, no, actually, I think literally today or yesterday they officially canceled the Tommy Fury versus...
Yeah, I don't keep up with that. If it happens, it happens, and I watch it. If not, I don't care about the
Well,
bullshit.
I talked about this on the last podcast, which I'm sure you watched, brother. Nate Diaz might be... they're not going to release him from his contract, I don't think, but I'm hoping they do something
They gotta give him a fight.
I'm hoping they do what they did with Mayweather and Conor. I think they're going to give a...
Nate Diaz is a boxer, too, so it'd be good.
Yeah.
I don't know what he weighs.
It's good for the sport.
I don't know. Do you know what Nate Diaz weighs? Is he like 175?
He hasn't fought in a while, so I don't know. He's probably cut down.
Who did he fight? Was it his last fight where he gets one good punch on the guy and thought he won? Who was that? It was a good fight to watch, but it's a... Oh, man. What the hell's his name?
Let me see. Nate Diaz, not Nick.
Nate Diaz fought...
Leon Edwards. He lost there, and they lost to Masvidal before that.
He's like throwing, he lands like one good right.
Yeah.
And he's like this instead of chasing him down while he's stumbling.
Yeah.
And when in his corner,
that's right.
his corner's like, oh, you're winning in points. So he's like having fun. Dude's getting his ass kicked. I'm like, damn, Nate, what the hell?
I always wonder how a fighter doesn't know if he's losing or not. I mean, I get they're not seeing what we see, obviously, but...
As someone who's only boxed a couple times, so I don't have credibility here. If you definitely do black out at some point.
You do, really?
You absolutely do. And even if you do have a game plan, like, things change, and, like, first of all, it's hard to follow a game plan when you're getting punched in the face. Two, you're jacked up on adrenaline. But even if you are trying to follow a game plan, sometimes you have to ditch the game plan. You have to get rid of it. Like, you can't stick to it or else you're definitely going to lose. So I think your focus goes away. The one thing that does help is obviously having your corner. So, like, you see them get on the ground and there's...
Can you actually hear your corner, though? Like, can you actually...
So that's what I'm about to say. So, like, if you ever watch them, they bring someone on the ground. They'll pick that guy up, bring him to their corner, put him down, and then start their grappling so that they can hear the corner talk to him a little bit better while they're grappling the guy. And the other guy can't hear his side as well.
Right.
Pretty smart. Can't do that in boxing, obviously, but you can try and work a guy towards the corner, but it doesn't really do much. Right. And obviously there's a lot more strategy involved in the more mixed martial arts based fighting, like UFC versus specifically boxing and kickboxing. There's only so many punches you can throw.
Yeah.
Then again, UFC, there's like, you have to master multiple mixed martial arts.
Yeah. Like, I would
literally,
think,
that's a crazy sport. That's all Olympic sports. Each kind of system is its own Olympic sport, really.
I just think that, like, especially when it comes to takedowns in the UFC, I would think, like, you can kind of at least keep track in your head, like, oh, I got taken down here, that's 1, 2, 3. Like, I feel like at least a takedown, you won't remember every strike.
Yeah, you don't know, and you don't even know what does count as a strike.
Yeah.
And that's always controversial when we watch the fights and we're like, oh, well, when we score them ourselves.
Yeah. One of the biggest problems in the UFC, guys, is it's very hard to
Not
judge points based on like is a right hook to the face worth more than me taking this guy to the ground. So that's why it's not like boxing where it's a little more clear cut.
And every fight's so different that it makes it hard to compare to another fight, for example.
Yeah.
So obviously the officials, what do you call them? Judges.
So
they don't do the best job most of the time.
Because they're sanctioned by Nevada's fight commission. So it's all boxing judges.
It's
usually.
like, oh man, it's like the baseball issues with their union. I don't know if you've seen that stuff.
Dude, baseball. So
You're gonna
my friend made me watch. She was taking her kids to a Yankees game. She was like, "Oh, you try and find us," because they sat right above the literally dead center to see behind the batter. I texted her right after. I said, "That is 9 innings of my life I will never get back." It was so boring.
Baseball is tough to watch for sure. The thing that's keeping me going though is this guy named Angel Hernandez.
Yep.
That's an ump, and it is like. It brings me so much anger mixed with joy at the same time to watch this guy umpire behind the base.
Right.
Because he is so fucking bad at it. He's terrible. He's so bad at umping, and like John Boy is a YouTuber I follow, that he'll do voiceovers of all these, and like he'll talk about how bad the pitching is, and there's tons of YouTube pages specifically for this guy's terrible umping, and like he just sued the MLB because they won't give him like a big game, they won't put him behind the plate in the World Series and shit. But they're a union, so they can't even fire him. Like, this guy is god awful at umping, but they can't fire him. So he keeps showing up and blowing games for people. But it's pretty funny to watch if you keep up to date.
It reminds me of remember when we played basketball as kids, and at our grade school, there's that one ref that would show up drunk.
Oh, dude, smell like booze. Every
my
time.
dad was like, "What?"
See, and we weren't exposed.
Our dad was our coach, so
we weren't exposed to alcohol as kids, so we didn't really know the smell. Like, our parents didn't drink or smoke, so we didn't know any alcohol smells. I used to be like, damn, this guy smells like shit. Damn, this guy smells terrible.
And then later on, when we're in high school, college, you're like, that guy was an alcoholic.
I was like, what is that smell? I was like, I smelled this before. What the hell was that? And I was like, oh my god, it was that ump or ref.
It was kind of like with marijuana. I remember, I never knew that smell. I was told it smelled like a skunk. So a long time ago, Max's dad, Guglietta, it was me, Byron, and Max, and we went to New York City for like some skateboarding thing back when I was skateboarding. And I smelled skunk all around. I was like, wait, there's no skunks in New York City? What is this? Yeah. That's marijuana for you, so. But yeah, so.
I remember you telling me that story too when I was in like high school. I don't even know what age you were for that. You're like, some kid was like, I smell weed. And that's when you pieced it together. I always remember that story.
That
was long ago.
I vaguely remember the gate where where that kid said that. And Byron got his board stolen.
Damn.
So yeah, we were like, oh.
Tragic.
I just remember I don't know why it sticks in my head, but Mr. Goulier to like grab me like this. He's like, "Where's Byron's board?" It's like, I don't
beat your ass over it.
Yeah. He's like, "How'd you lose it?" I was like, "I wasn't why." I mean,
no one stole it. I got my board.
We were meeting professional skateboarders for, I think it was Baker or something. I don't remember all the skateboarding brands, but yeah, the board just was gone. We were like, ah, shit. So
New York for you, I guess.
Anyway, on to the next article. I thought this was pretty interesting. Fitness crisis, brother. About 7% of U.S. adults have good cardiometabolic health.
So what does that mean? That means they're running?
So let me tell... That's what I thought, but not really.
Metabolic is a big word.
Yeah. So what I thought was people just have shit cardio. But there's more to this. And this article really bothered me, which is why I wanted to bring it up. So it's calculating what's called the 8 health statuses. So metabolic is basically like your overall health. It's very weird because they consider the heart the center.
Okay.
So, let's see if I remember this. So the 8 are, let's see, I know I haven't written down, but I'm testing my medical knowledge. You got physical activity is 1, which is obvious. Your diet, blood glucose, blood sugar, well, no, that's the same
shit.
Blood lipids. Fuck. Okay. I know one of them. I got this. So diet, physical activity, nicotine exposure, sleep duration, BMI, so body mass index, blood lipids, glucose, and blood pressure. Now, out of all these, I feel like I'm pretty good, but what bothered me about this was the 7% are like D1 athletes, professional athletes, and the doctor was like, everyone should be like this. Now,
that's weird. My
issue with that is not everyone's body is really made for that.
Yeah.
So the only one I had to look up was what blood lipids are, so it's just fat-like substances in the bloodstream.
Yep.
and you can always combat that. You can bring down your cholesterol and stuff. It's not quite cholesterol, but it's kind of like that. But to tell people, to give people this scare, it's almost like I don't want to say clickbait, because it's kind of clickbait, but it's kind of not. But you're basically saying, hey, you have to be I wouldn't call that a crisis, right? If you're not a professional athlete.
Would they say anything body fat related? Did they give a percentage of what you should be under?
So, do you know what obese is considered?
I mean, I don't.
Like actual obesity, ready? So
probably over like 20%.
So it goes by weight. We actually don't really have a BMI as much because no one's really like obese is considered 30% or higher of your weight.
Wow.
Which I mean that would be. I really don't know what that would be considered from the like it would be 30% of your weight, but I don't know what that would be.
I know it translates to your height as well. You need the height in there. Damn, there's actually a chart for it.
Yeah. I've seen this chart.
I've always wondered what percent I am.
So, yeah, there's no... So, what would be normal weight, underweight? So, if you're... What are you? Are you there?
Wait, what the hell is this?
So, it's
Age?
telling you what your...
Where's weight? Oh, okay.
So, weight's at the top.
Yeah.
So, what are you, 230, 411?
I'm 6'5".
Yeah.
330.
Yeah, just tell me.
Dry.
Like which one?
I'm 5'9". Go ahead. I'm 5'9". And I was 155 this morning.
155. So
23.
So you'd have to be 23 to be 23% body mass of. So 23% of your weight has to be fat to be normal weight.
Interesting. Okay.
So me, I'm 5'11". I'm 205. So
damn, 23 sounds pretty high to me.
Yeah, right? That's what I said.
That sounds... I mean, I don't... Cristiano Ronaldo's what? 6'2"? Like, hold on, let me look up his height and weight. Because I definitely know his body fat percentage. Cristiano Ronaldo.
I want to find the obesity scale.
Height and weight.
I've seen one where it's just weight. It's like, if you're
so
like
Ronaldo...
5'10".
Can you go back to that real quick?
Yeah.
Ronaldo is 190 at 6'2". And that dude is like a
6'2",
fraction of body fat percentage.
Yeah, so he's
that
probably...
can't be right then.
Yeah.
That dude
They're
is
always
like,
wrong.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I mean.
Darn, I was like... I wanted to get... I've never got an accurate body fat number.
I got into a fight with Mom recently about it. Because she's like... She was like, why don't you look like Henry Cavill? You're at the gym all the time. I was like, what?
Because I don't take anabolics.
Yeah. I don't take steroids, Mom.
You're probably giving crazy shit when you... And first of all, they're giving him a perfect diet.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is hard enough in and of itself. And then I'm sure they're giving him extra supplements on top of that.
Yeah. So, hold on, let me see. I hate how Macs do this for some reason. I have to figure out how to change that. But where's that picture I just saw? Dicks.
Lost it.
Yeah, they didn't. Basically, it's like a crappy weight chart, but morbidly obese, severely obese, obese, overweight. But like overweight, 25 to 29. Like I don't know. Like I don't know how you would test it without like severe equipment. I don't know how you test that.
I know they obviously get your height and weight, and then they like pinch your waistline.
I think that's the old way of doing it.
elbows.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way. Maybe there's like an actual
So
test your blood.
The only way I know is they do it in a tub. So they're able to measure the amount of...
Your buoyancy?
Yeah, so basically you're supposed to lay in a tub, you breathe out all the way till you sink to the bottom, and based on that they can measure it. I saw, do you remember just Jabumafu?
No, who's that?
He was he still is a YouTuber he's just jacked, right? He's just a big bodybuilder dude. And that's how he tested his BMI. So...
I mean, I've been doing everything to try and not so much lose weight, but clean out my diet. I'm doing a full cup of egg whites every morning with 2 ounces of minute oats, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Then for lunch, I'm doing a cup of jasmine white rice with usually 8 to 12 ounces of chicken breast, salt, pepper on it.
How long have you been doing this for?
Like almost 3 months straight, barely missing a day. The only times I miss a day is when I come here. So Memorial Day weekend.
Well, the alcohol doesn't help.
When I drink, I strictly drink tequila shots and tequila water. I haven't...
Priorities,
And then for dinner, I'm doing 8 ounces of ground beef with asparagus. And I'll do a protein shake, creatine, BCAA. That's it.
Okay.
And I feel like I've been steady 160 for the longest.
How's your, I mean, you must have lost weight by now, so probably like, what, 6 pounds? 8 pounds?
So calorically, I was doing like... Alright, so I fucked this up. So I was doing a cup of white jasmine rice, thinking it was 150 calories, because my calorie app was saying it was.
Right.
It was like 720.
Really?
So I was just running like 2.5K calories, thinking I was doing 1,700. But I was burning so much because I was running. I was working out hard, and I was doing sauna for 45 minutes. So I didn't realize this till the Monday before I came down here. So I'll run it back for another month with the correct calorie on the rice and see how quickly I lose weight.
Right.
But I don't want to. Thought I was in a caloric deficit, and I was like, shit, I'm not losing any weight. What am I doing wrong?
I've been trying to supplement with those Atkins bars, just because it's less. It's I just have to cut calories. If I can cut calories, I'm fine.
Cutting calories wasn't as hard for me, honestly. It was more of like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's not hard. It's just more like, every time there's a food in my diet, so I'd make a diet plan. Everything that I'd look forward to would turn out to be like wrong. For example, every morning I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to eat my breakfast because I get eggs, I get oats, and I get peanut butter. The peanut butter and oats taste so good to me. And I was like, well, shit. I looked into it and I was like, well, I'm doing more than 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Then I'm putting a glob in it.
Yeah.
So I fixed that.
Yeah,
then I was like, the chicken and rice is the best part of my day. Like, the chicken and rice is so good. Now I find out the rice is like
the rice is a lot.
4 times the amount I thought I was doing.
Yeah, it's tough because I never liked managing calories like that. Like, that's pretty regimented. You'll lose weight that way, obviously, but I mean, I just feel like when it becomes a job.
But like strength-wise, I've seen some pretty crazy results.
You go up.
I've been going up in.
So you've lowered. Well,
I've lowered. Well, I thought my calories were low.
Yeah. So.
But honestly, placebo should
play a
decent
those
role in that.
BCAAs might help.
They were good for recovery. Like as soon as I wake up, I drink that. But I ran out of it, so I was just doing black coffees again.
That's what I do. I like the black coffee.
It's good enough for me. It's just like as soon as I get to the gym, I gotta destroy the toilet. That's the problem. That's the issue.
Just pure protein.
What was I saying? I'm doing a high protein, relatively low carb, low calorie, low fat diet.
Yeah, if you cut carbs, obviously you'd lose a lot more weight. But we need carbs.
I love carbs, and carbs absolutely give you energy. So there's no way.
That's how I tore my shoulder. I didn't have carbs.
Yeah.
So last October, I was at the gym. I was shoulder pressing. 75 is no big deal. Still does whatever. But I was on a huge calorie deficit.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably taking in about 1,500 calories of no carbs, so I had no energy. I go up, and then literally maybe on my 8th one, dude, no exaggeration, my arm was like imagine looking at your arm like this, but the other way.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, so I slap tore it, which sucked.
I got to 190 for 4. I was like 158 before I left for New Jersey. So Monday or Tuesday was my last chest day. But I got 190 for 4 reps on bench, with my shoulders a little fucked up too, because I dropped the motorcycle.
What's 190? 190 with its 2 plate? No, 1 plate and
plate 25 5 or 2.5. Oh shit! No, I did 195 then, because it was a 5. Plate.
I was gonna say, how do you get 190?
Plate 25, 5 on each side is 195. Am I correct there?
45. So that would be 135.
Yeah, I believe I'm correct. Damn, I wrote down on my notes app too. I did 190. Yeah. But let me just double check my math.
For 4, so that means you could probably do 2 plates.
I'm not at 225 yet. Also, I've been doing my max out sets incorrectly. So I've been doing chest twice a week. I'll do my body weight for the first chest day of the week. I'll do my body weight, which is 155 to 160 ish, for like 5 sets of 10, like non-stop doing them. If I'm not getting 10, my buddies help me get 10. Burn my chest out. Then I'll do so leg day, chest day, back day, arm day, and then I'm back to chest day. This chest day, I hit my max out to try to get as high as I can. But stupidly, I've been doing like, I'll do 135 for 10, warm up, 160 for 10, and I'm like, I gotta get rid of that. And then I do 185 for like 6. And I'm just like, I gotta be doing these for 1. I gotta keep going for one to really see what I can do instead of tiring myself out early. So I'm gonna try that when I go back. But it's gonna be hard because I just did 4 days of no lifting.
Yeah. I've tried not doing max out same. Like I did the 585 for the deadlift, but I can't do that. Yeah. Often. Mm-hmm. So now.
Are you still deadlifting or no?
Yeah, I went from not deadlifting to deadlifting 3 times a week.
I just stopped deadlifting recently, just because I've been running out of time in my workouts.
Yeah. What time? So you're at the gym by 6:30, and then what time are you back?
No, I'm at the gym at 5 a.m. when they open.
Oh.
Recently it's been 5:30, because I got a little lazy with my buddy and I got a little lazy.
Ned?
Yeah, Ned. We just got a little too comfortable, but we fixed it. The last night before I came down here, we went we woke up 4:30, got to the gym at 5. We work out till about 7. At 7 is when his sauna opened, so we'd walk to his place and we do sauna 45 minutes. Which it's not a full 45 minutes because like it heats up while we're in there. It doesn't heat up too quickly.
Yeah.
But like it's we're in a puddle when we get out. His building just moved his sauna time to open at 8, and we can't do 8. We both work, so.
That sucks.
He doesn't like this idea, but we're adding an hour to the workout. Because realistically, if we're doing like 2 guys lifting, and like we don't dick around when we lift. Like I hate it when he talks to me when we lift. Like I hate when people talk to me when we lift. Like I'm there.
Really?
I hate that.
Oh, the opposite.
I let it. I know he's my friend, so like
Yeah.
I talk with him obviously. But
It's
it's
tough,
like
dude.
when I'm trying to get into a zone, I don't want to talk, and like I'm really trying to push myself every time I'm in there. I was like, we're gonna probably realistically be getting like 35 minutes to 45 minutes of our own time. If we're doing an hour 30 workout, let's say at the absolute most, half of the time I'm actively lifting, I'm getting a 45-minute workout in. That's good, but like we could be doing way more. Like I'm not getting that same soreness as I used to. So I'm just gonna either make him stay with me or I'm just gonna start lifting on my own for that extra hour because I love the satisfaction of knowing I just worked the shit out of a muscle.
The soreness might not be. That might just be your body getting used to lifting. Unless you think you're not lifting enough.
I don't think I'm lifting enough. I think my workouts are getting cut too short, and that is why I'm not getting the same soreness. Strength-wise, I'm only seeing results in, just a small range of exercises that I've been doing. Like, cable rows, for sure, I saw an increase, but bent over row, I didn't see an increase. And my workout hasn't changed in 4 months,
Do you ladder your weights?
So, first day of the week for that muscle group, I go for reps. Second day of the week for that muscle group, I'm hitting like heavy weight.
Okay.
I'm not going. Sometimes I'll start high, go low, but very rarely do I do that. Usually I do stagger up.
Right.
For sure.
Because for me, I'm always laddering my weights.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up like, for instance, when I deadlift 3 times a week, I don't do just deadlift every day. Like, I'll do a different variation of a deadlift.
Mm-hmm.
So I backload a T-bar row,
Mm-hmm.
do it that way. And in 2 weeks, I went from 10 plates to 7 plates on each side. So
Okay.
14. So, I'm sorry, I said that weird. So, 10 plates to 14 plates.
Okay. I was gonna say.
So, when I ladder my weights, obviously I'm deadlifting more than I do any other thing, like, because it's just one
Yeah.
exercise. But
What are you squatting?
I can't really squat anymore.
Oh.
Like I'll do the hack squat.
Yeah, that's fine.
In the hack squat, I'll do
understandable.
6 plates.
I only do a
inside.
shit ton of hack squat.
Yeah.
Are
Like
you
I can do it. I can't squat anymore, not because of my knees, because of my shoulder.
Are you strapping your wrists for deadlift?
Yeah,
Okay.
straps in,
That's a lot of weight.
but I won't.
Straps and weight belt for sure.
Yeah, I'd use a weight belt.
You
for
don't need to
everything.
do your knees. You might have to start doing your shins soon. Well, I was gonna start grinding your shins.
For
When you get to heavy weight,
oh,
once you get
you
to my
know,
level,
well, I don't do double overhand though.
neither do I.
So when I go like this, it doesn't even come near my shins.
No, I will.
But my form kind of.
Your form must be bad. Like I get it under my knees. Like I'm on my, almost on my
I don't have the
toes
flexibility to
under
do
my
that.
knees to
Yeah.
start. Then you must be starting with your back pretty arched then.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally don't have the flexibility. I try to put my shoulders back. I've given knees a lot of weight, but for me, if I can get it up, it's fine. Like I start it, but for T-bar, you grab it like this,
Yeah.
right? You grab the front.
You're not rowing it. You're deadlifting it.
deadlifting it. So
Interesting.
instead of standing
People
on
must think you look so funny doing that one.
oh, dude, the stairs I get because
That's a
it's so
good
much
one.
weight.
Yeah.
Like a kid the other day thought he started taking the weights off, and I'm like, I'm using that. He's like, you're using that? Because it was so much weight.
It's like a reverse sumo. I don't even know how to
Yeah,
explain it.
not
That's
even.
sumo.
So you know the T-bar row at the Y? The
No,
one
I
with
know
the-
exactly what
So
you're
I
talking
just
about.
stand in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, backload it.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
It's good for your back. And let me tell you, I used to have a lot of back.
Did you
problems
make
'cause
that one
it's-
up, or did you see someone doing that?
I think I made it up. I've never seen. I was like, it's just a half deadlift. Essentially, it's just a tire flip, right?
Yeah, basically.
It's kind of deceiving because it's even though it's a lot of weight, it's not really a lot of weight because it's already halfway off the ground.
Yeah.
So
it's
you're really just
tilting
doing So the pivot point's towards the back.
Mhm.
So I'll just grab it from the front, do it that way, almost like an RDL. right? And then I will RDL the next, like on Friday I'll RDL, and then Tuesday I'll
Normal
deadlift.
deadlift. Okay.
And I'll only go up to like 315.
Are you doing legs or no?
Yeah, I do legs.
Just
Legs are the same day as my.
extensions? No.
People get mad at me, like, they're like, why are you doing? I deadlift on leg day, which is, I guess you don't do.
I mean, the proper form for a deadlift is the same form as a squat.
Squat, yeah.
So I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
And
My problem is I kind of do it in a two-step motion. Like I've seen myself, you've seen the video of me doing the.
yeah, I've seen you deadlift.
And I almost do it in two separate motions, where I know it's supposed to be
Instead of
one.
one smooth.
Yeah,
No, I got
but
you.
that's just flexibility and the
Yeah.
amount of weight.
I absolutely feel deadlifts in my legs, and I
feel it. Yeah, all back here.
I'm like pretty sure like you're not supposed to feel it in your back, like where most people. Feel
Oh
it in their
yeah,
back.
yeah. I don't really feel it in my back, but I will say that because of strengthening those muscles, I used to have a lot of back problems.
Mhm.
I mean, I've gone to pull my back once a week. Now I never pull my back.
That's good.
Like I've just strengthened all the muscles around the spine, which I didn't have. And I have a pretty strong core.
When we were in Ocean City this week, Johnny wanted to dig a hole on the beach.
I saw, dude, they dug a hole so deep.
It was deep hole, but the feeling I got in my back from shoveling for that long felt like, obviously, as someone who likes the soreness, it felt good, but it was just so like precise. That muscle on my back that lined my spine was sore, and I hadn't felt that muscle hit in a while. It wasn't like it's like when you do a lot of deadlifts, you feel it low. You feel it in your lower back. It was like my whole spine.
Yeah.
And like I couldn't like not go like this. Like it was forcing me like that.
Yeah.
And it felt pretty good. It felt like I hit a good muscle I hadn't hit in a while.
I used to do 10 reps of heavy deadlift.
Mhm.
Like, as of 2 weeks ago, I stopped doing it. And I realized it was just a bad idea. Like, it's 10
Heavy
is not,
deadlift?
yeah,
Yeah, no,
10
you-
reps.
There's nothing. I mean, from what I've seen and from what I've really read through is that there's nothing you should be 10 repping in the gym. You're getting nowhere with it. Just if you're doing weight,
Yeah.
6 to 8
like,
with everything you do.
Exactly.
Put the
Especially
weight
if
to
you're
make it 6 to 8.
If it's at a heavy rep. Like, if
Well,
you're doing 20 pounds, when you can do more than 20 pounds.
Well, then you
go
shouldn't
for
be doing
reps.
20 pounds. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
if you're trying to cut, they'll say low weight, high reps.
I hate that.
Fuck that. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I hate that.
Cut your calories. Keep doing the same weight. You might lose a couple pounds on it, but just keep going. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna burn the same amount of calories. Like just put in that little bit of extra effort, and like that extra rep's gonna hurt because you're malnourished. But like you just gotta go for it.
Yeah, you just do it.
There's no point in doing low weight. You're just gonna hurt your ego. Like there's no point in doing that.
Yeah, I only like doing heavyweight. I don't know light days. But I usually hit 10 on everything, but like my last set is always my heaviest. I'm never, if I'm
You're
getting
not
10,
on your heaviest thing.
yeah, if I'm getting 10, that means it's not heavy
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of like how that's how I've always built muscle. That's how I do it. So yeah. All right, on to the next one. Next topic. I think we should talk about crypto, considering how bad it's been the last couple of months.
Crypto's been in such in the shitter that I've been barely paying attention to it, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I have on my phone obviously I have the current prices of the like 6 crypto I'm super into, like constantly fluctuating, and I just like,
Yeah.
I haven't touched much. I've been trying to like free up some cash to pick some up, but man, does it look ugly.
But yeah, so all the cryptocurrency companies, so this is the reason I bring it up. Cryptocurrency mining heavyweight, so Core Scientific,
Mm-hmm.
dumped 79% of its Bitcoin.
Yeah.
holdings. 79%. So I think it said they put almost $170 million in Bitcoin out.
Does it give a date as to when they did it? Because
July 5th.
I saw it was a pretty.
So
They did this like yesterday.
yeah.
Oh man, I didn't see this article.
all
yet.
of these are within a week. Like I try to keep all of the articles from.
Is it the one you sent us that one this morning?
No, I sent you the next topic this morning. But yeah, so they here it is. So they bought the company's 167 million and sold it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 79% of their Bitcoin, which is, I mean, it's weird. You know better than I do, but I mean, crypto's fallen so
it's tough
far,
right
but
now, so-
it's gonna go back up eventually, right?
I'd like
It's
to
not
think
gonna
so.
not- Why would it not?
It's really weird because right now with everything going on with inflation, there's absolutely no reason for there not to be something to hedge with. The price of gold and silver is usually the hedge, and it's not going up. And everyone's like, what the hell? So we thought crypto would be the move, and it's not. This attack on crypto is definitely planned. I don't remember what it was. I haven't looked into it in a while, 'cause it did start crashing a while ago. But that company, Terra Luna, had a ridiculous amount of Bitcoin in its holding. They were a stable coin. They had a ridiculous amount, and someone sold a shit ton of them, which killed the stability of their coin, which led to their Bitcoin holdings having to be sold so they could stay alive and try to rebalance their coin. And that caused this absolute crash in the Bitcoin. As soon as that stuff starts to go down, all the boomers, I mean, honestly, it's like, you had a ton of it, you'd be more inclined to sell a ton of it than you are if you're just holding a little bit. A lot of people don't get that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just basic.
So all these like really big whales see it go down a little bit, and they're like, I'm not risking it.
Well,
like,
I've seen billionaires bail out firms right now.
Yeah.
It's bad, but it's almost like bad in the sense of it's almost like these people made all this money in crypto or bought out in crypto, and they just didn't know what, like, just panicked or whatever. It's like, just hold on to it, like you wouldn't stop.
People with a smaller position are typically more inclined to hold for longer because they're like, oh, well, the money's not worth that much to me. I only have X amount of it.
That's fair.
Grind out a little bit. But, like, imagine how would you treat your money if you had billions of dollars? You'd be even safer with it. You'd be taking way less risk. You already have the money, why try to lose it? So the second they see anything kind of go down any bit, a lot of people don't have that mindset, but the billionaires do, trust me. And they want to save their money.
Yeah.
Protect their cash first.
What's also interesting, though, is we've heard Bitcoin fall, obviously. But I feel like Ethereum hasn't really taken... They did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can show you
because I never
numbers.
hear it.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, all the news networks and stuff that are, like...
They don't pay attention to...
They do, but, like, Bloomberg knows that its viewers don't really pay attention to it. And they just treat Bitcoin like the one cryptocurrency that matters.
Yeah.
And it's understandable. Like, the majority of the money is in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But, like,
you don't have your grandmother asking about
so
Ethereum. They asked for Bitcoin.
Ethereum was at $1,000 the day I bought it.
Ethereum was at $1,000.
At the start of my senior year, I was drunk at the winery. It was less than $1,000. I put $1,000 on it, and I was drunk at the Penn State Winery. Knew barely anything about crypto, and I grabbed it. It peaked at a little under $5,000, and then it was at around 3.2 when the market started to shit the bed.
Wow.
It was just back at $1,000. Like, literally a couple days ago, I saw it at $1,000, and I was like, I believe that's how much I put on it when I bought it, and I sent it to my buddies, and I was like, I can't believe it's this low right now. But everything is down. The whole chart on crypto, the market cap is under $1 trillion. Google this for me. What did the market cap of cryptocurrency peak at? I believe 3.6. 3.6 trillion.
So how would I write
I'm
that?
sorry. I have it right here, actually.
No.
Which is not really...
Oh my God, that's
it's
a
not
big
really
number.
showing. That's half of it. I'm like almost positive that it hit 3 trillion, at least. And now it's under 8 trillion.
Wow.
So that's pretty ridiculous.
See, but that's what I mean. It'll go back up, correct?
Oh,
correct.
There's just no saying because,
Please.
like, if
Please say yes.
people could just give up on it, and that's the only reason it wouldn't go up.
Well, I think it's just too embedded into our systems now that I think it has to go up. Maybe all these
No.
smaller coins will fail.
The only reason I say no is because I think we are currently in a time where people would much rather prefer having cash on hand. Gas prices
Agreed.
are expensive. Food's
Agreed.
getting expensive. There's so much uncertainty on every market that they want to have cash safely on them. And in times of war also, it is like proven people prefer to have cash.
The one problem with crypto is, with all cryptocurrency, mainly Bitcoin, is with the gold and silver dollar, everything's just kind of based on how much the gold and silver is worth to other countries in a buying and selling and trading.
Yeah.
When it comes to crypto, it's because there's nothing really determining the actual value. World events change it.
Absolutely.
So
It's
gas,
just, I mean,
food,
so
whatever.
the stock market's crashing too.
Yeah.
So like, it's just how it is. What was I gonna say? As things start to get cheaper again, people will be more inclined to invest money. Like if let's say like we obviously are in a very fortunate position from our parents aren't poor. So like imagine being a not so wealthy family and you gotta feed your kids. You gotta pull that money out of Bitcoin and get ready to support a family with it. So as things come to get cheaper again, that's when those people start investing more, and that's when you see some more.
So basically, what you're saying is basically when the stock market starts going up, Bitcoin's going to start going up again.
I think everything. I think as everything will. First, the real estate market's going to crash terribly.
Hard, yeah.
Very hard. Percent interest rates are going up. People are going to be less inclined to take out a mortgage for a house. If no one's taking out a mortgage for your house, you got to lower the price of your house if you're trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Price goes down. Simple stuff.
Yeah, we're probably going to look at a housing market crash of probably 2 years, maybe.
I think
2.5.
so. I think 2.5.
Yeah,
I was talking with one of my buddies who owns a hedge fund in Miami, though, and this is good knowledge for the podcast, obviously, for those listening. There's going to be not a definite, but I'd say we agreed over a 50% chance that this could happen. There's going to be a life-changing opportunity for for everyone in terms of where the bottom prices can be, in terms of there being a rebound on all of this stuff. There's going to be a life-changing opportunity to invest your money, spread it out, and may never happen, may never come. Things may never rebound. So, historically, they all have, but things are very different now. You can't just keep printing money. We've just been printing money, and everyone threw their money into the stock market, and it was at all-time high. So it was not a good move, but we determined probably realistically over 50% chance that there will be a bottom for us to buy that will change our lives. So I'll be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. But another reason why I brought up Ethereum before was
The miners.
Bitmain just announced, and this is pretty big, and since I'm more the tech guy in the family, I'll explain this. But so Bitmain is the largest crypto mining company that makes the computers for mining.
Yeah.
So, I don't really go into detail about what our business does or any of our companies.
some
But
NDAs.
yeah, some people don't. Certain things I don't want on the internet. But
It's cool. We do cool stuff.
yeah, we do cool stuff. One of them involving these ASIC miners and to mine Bitcoin. And they just announced that they're making Bitmain, the same company, is doing one for Ethereum. Now, with an ASIC miner, ASICs are only made to mine Bitcoin. And the reason for that is, if you've ever seen an ASIC computer, you can't hook it up to to a monitor. There's no screen. So, there's no HDMI output or anything. So all you do is you plug in a flash drive, and it goes, oh, okay, start mining Bitcoin. The hardware inside causes it to not be able to do anything other than Bitcoin, Zcoin.
But there's no GPU in it, right?
It has GPU chips. So it has the chips, but it's not like your GPU with the fans. It's a special kind of chip for no graphics output.
Okay.
These ASIC miners that are doing Ethereum, they're called the E9s, are able to do Ethereum, Cardano, all those. Yeah,
Okay.
Cardano. I don't know what you know this better than I do. I don't know the difference between why Bitcoin and Ethereum are different. I don't know code-wise what the difference is. So I know the difference between the coins. I just don't know why can't ASICs do the ones that we use do Ethereum.
I don't know the difference in the mining situation.
Yeah.
But I know it makes the coins different from each other, and maybe with that information
that
you
might
get
explain it.
So the
because you can explain it better than I can. Kenny's the crypto buyer and seller. I only know the computer aspect. So that's
I really haven't been going over this stuff in so long, because the stock market has been treating me better, but was treating me terribly for a while. So I've been very focused there. In terms of, let's say, it's just Bitcoin versus Ethereum. Bitcoin is just the blockchain. Don't want to explain all that.
Yeah, we won't go into that.
Picture the simplest form of technology would be of a new technology, so it's obviously not simple, but would be Bitcoin. Ethereum came out from that dude was like, oh wow, this Bitcoin thing's really cool. Let's give it some use. Let's make it so people can do stuff with that Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Created something called a smart contract. The smart contracts were implemented, and I mean I can go on about how the guy did poorly, but people have already tried to fix that. Cardano. What were the other Web3s? I don't even remember. All the other Web3 ones. Algo. They made it way more efficient. Like the gas fees on Ethereum are so bad, you couldn't perform anything with a smart contract. For the most part, mainly people were using them to build a new coin off of it. You couldn't build a new coin off Bitcoin.
Yeah, because it's just a solid coin.
It's just a solid blockchain. The blockchain doesn't change. You mine the block, you verify the block.
So I think that answers the question. I think because you can't verify a block, or you have to verify a block on Ethereum.
I'm pretty sure you do verify both.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know Ethereum mining like that. We never looked into it for obvious reasons.
Yeah, so to mine Ethereum, which we don't do, we only do Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
To mine Ethereum, you need GPUs like we have in our computers.
Mm-hmm.
An ASIC miner doesn't have that. I don't know why. I know you can mine Bitcoin with this, but I think it's so slow that it's not even worth doing. So you might as well just do
you need a few GPUs to do it.
Yeah, it's just not worth it
Yeah.
for mining Bitcoin.
Mm.
So that's why I never really understood what the actual difference is. It's got to be a coding difference. It must be.
No, it definitely difference in code. I just don't know what the code aspect is in terms of a GPU. Because I know you need a GPU to mine Ethereum, 110%.
Yes.
And you said to me that an ASIC does have a GPU.
It has
chip
just
in
the
it.
chips.
So
it's a
I don't know
separate-
the technology well enough to know the difference.
So so the reason I bring this up is we literally just got out of a GPU crisis, right? So now that Bitcoin's gone down, I talked about this last podcast. Now that Bitcoin's gone down, the price of GPUs have gone down. So like
really,
yeah, dude.
GPU prices are down even with chip
a lot.
shortage. Wow,
So, dude. So we just built a.
Damn, I didn't know that.
I just built a computer for Michael, our youngest brother, who I was thinking about this the other day. I don't think Michael's ever been in a video before. So one of these days he'll have to do the podcast. But I know we recorded a basketball one a long time ago, but I don't think I ever put that video out. I just built Michael's computer last year.
Yeah.
And he bought his 3060 for like $1,200. Right now it is $600.
Wow.
I was like, oof.
Now, are they clocked already? Well, let me look up like a.
What's it clocked?
Are they been in used already?
No, brand
This
new.
is brand new.
Yeah. But I mean, the 40
Ti.
series comes out at the end of the year. So.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that kind of causes it to go down, but
Jeez.
yeah. So you can find them for 3080 Ti. That's about right. But
$1,000. Mine was like $1,700 when I bought it. That was.
well, even those look high. Like when I was on Newegg. Oh, what's that right there? Yeah, 3050 is.
300.
I mean, 349 is not bad. 3050 sucks, but.
380 Ti for $1,000. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's still pretty cheap. They were like 1,700.
No, when they were going for like almost $3,000, I sniped
Yeah.
mine for $1,700. You remember that?
Yeah.
The fucking interns found it for me.
So, but what scares me is with these Ethereum miners, I wonder if it's using those kind of GPU chips.
That'd be crazy if it is.
And then all of a sudden, GPUs go back up like crazy.
Mm.
And now that Bitcoin's going down, people are going to start mining Ethereum because they probably aren't paying attention, as you said. And that could be a problem. We might see another chip shortage, which I'm a little scared of, which is going to cause the 40 series in November or September when it comes out to just freaking spike.
Yeah.
And I want a 40 series.
Those might be like $5,000 when they come out.
Yeah, I'm
that would
hoping
be
it's
brutal.
not, but.
I obviously probably shouldn't get one just because I have the 3080 for now, but if the opportunity came, I'd grab it. That's a sick GPU.
So I'm on a 2080 Ti, Kenny's on a 3080, Michael's on a 3060.
Yeah.
And Michael still uses his PS5.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's gotta be.
I built him a supercomputer.
That's probably for cross-platform reasons.
Yeah,
to play with his friends.
Who needs friends?
His friends haven't like come to the realization that PC gaming.
Yeah, I was like, the Steam sale's going on. I got like 100 games for less than $200.
That's like the one of the things my buddies and I talk about a lot, where it's like people don't realize where they're genuinely wasting money.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
And like if you're
paying
a
for
console
PS
gamer,
Plus,
a controller that you keep breaking, like all that shit.
And our brother's Spikes controller.
It's like, but like that really applies to life in general because there's a lot of opportunities that exist that people are like egos too high, they're too proud to just. Hey, maybe I should just build a PC. It doesn't have to be that good, and they'll still outperform my fucking PS5.
Yeah.
Get a monitor. Oh, I already have a TV.
Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with the PS5. It's just like our brother has a computer that would outperform any console.
Yeah.
And he just chooses to play at 120 frames or whatever. He only plays 2K.
My PC's been acting pretty weird recently. Actually, I don't know if it's a Wi-Fi issue or what, but I was struggling to run Rust.
Oh, I've been having problems with mine. Mine has I figured it out, but mine has a slow start. It takes probably about 10 minutes to start.
Oh, really? So you gotta let it rock?
I have to let it rock. I have to do it through BIOS.
For some reason, I load Rust and like my ping will be like 200 for no reason.
Oh, that's probably packet loss.
I'll get on the same server as Brittney in the same fucking building in Miami, and he'll have like 9 ping. I'll have 200 something. I'll get a ping warning.
We'll check that one.
I have no idea why.
I just got a 4 terabyte hard drive.
Oh, that's
because
nice. Where'd you find it? Where'd you buy it?
Oh, yeah, I just bought it.
Oh.
It was only $50. Like it's for 4 terabytes. That's a shit ton. But I think my hard drive's failing.
There's something on that you're gonna put on your computer? $50 for 4 terabytes?
Oh yeah, I got it off Newegg.
Holy shit!
It's a hard drive, not NVMe, but it might have been 80. But I think my hard drive, which I ripped out of the Apple thing, it's starting to go. So I think that might be part of why my computer's booting real slow.
Well, after you transfer the stuff over, if you wipe it, I'll take it, even if it's
I don't know if it's good. That's the problem.
It's a little janky.
Yeah, I'll give
She'll
it
handle one of my PCs.
Yeah. All right, last thing, gaming world. I want to talk about NFTs in the gaming world, but I think we'll skip that. I think we have a long way to go. It's just like, basically, just real quick, NFTs. You can explain an NFT better than I can, but basically, I hate when people say, "Oh, we have NFTs in the gaming world now." It's like with CS:GO, we've always had quote unquote NFTs. It's just the buying and
Very
selling.
valid point.
Yeah.
The knife skins and shit are definitely an NFT.
They're not tangible, so
Yeah.
isn't that technically an NFT?
Yeah.
So NFT stands for non-fungible token, right?
Yeah.
Basically, what it is it's like, I only know it from the
It's really just a virtual photo,
yeah.
piece of information, and people pay for them using crypto.
So that's why I feel like the NFT thing in video games is kind of trying to use popular words
To make it go on.
To make-
That's
yeah,
how
see
the
what I
stock
mean?
market works, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised.
So isn't that just what CS:GO skins are?
Yeah, I haven't been keeping track with the NFT market, and I am curious to see how much they've all tanked, if they've even tanked. Maybe they haven't, with the price of crypto. But if I was an NFT holder right now, which I have like just some bullshit ones I got with my buddies, nothing of value, I'd be fucking shitting my pants if I owned an expensive one and saw this crypto market crash.
Gosh, yeah.
I'd be trying to sell it for the highest value possible.
Yeah. It's almost like turning... An NFT is essentially turning an image into a stock, right? Is that fair to say?
Sure.
Because it's a crypto stock.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, I think you'll disagree with me on this one, but I think NFTs are kind of on the down. Like, I feel like it was
I
one of
just
those
haven't been
things
keeping
that
up. I never liked them in the first place. They make sense as to why they would have value. I mean, it's like similar to someone taking a picture of the Ferrari versus owning the Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you do get the benefit of saying I own this Ferrari, but like I can still take a picture of your Ferrari, and for that reason I didn't really like them.
No. I don't know, but I picked that. No, it's really not that interesting. So on to gaming. Couple gaming news. We'll do that one for later because I know you like that game.
Yeah, that's a good
that
game.
you just saw. But the first one I want to talk about was the Warzone cheaters are back. Now you don't really play Warzone because you're a pussy.
What's happening there? What's their anti-cheat? What do they
So
use?
they have Ricochet. They have about 10 different forms of Ricochet because we have cheaters every season. And I bring this article up because I think we're always going to have cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
No question about we're going to have cheaters. But Warzone's been out for almost 3 years now. And the new Warzone's coming out in November. So completely new game. And I feel like we keep complaining about cheating, but it's not going to stop. I don't know any video game that doesn't have cheaters in it anymore.
Computers are getting better.
Yeah, I saw a thing a long time ago about how cheating in video games is so advanced now, you literally can't make an anti-cheat. So no matter what they come out with, it'll get like basic cheats.
Games gonna be ruined.
Yeah, I feel like any multiplayer game's gonna be like Valorant's getting really bad with cheaters.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah.
Tarkov was getting bad, and that's why we kind of. I mean, we stopped playing because I kept getting shit on. But I was running some. Not even cheaters, dude. Like people doing the most unrealistic cheats. It's one thing to run into a guy with like wall hack or an aimbot. These fuckers were like flying around. They could tell what was in your inventory in Tarkov.
Wow.
And then Matt and he told me the even crazy one. You remember, your butt in Tarkov? It's your gamma container or your kappa container where you put your shit in there. No matter if you die, you won't lose the shit in there.
Oh,
So like you get
wow.
like you keep your keys in there.
So
and
people
shit.
would take.
Kids were going in those and stealing your keys.
Yeah.
The keys
So
are like
for
the most
people that don't play
expensive part.
Tarkov, there's something called it's called a butt. You said.
We call it the butt, but it's like it's a special container. The first one you get is a 2x2 slot, and you can fit. Usually, you put your meds in there,
Right.
so that when you always have meds on you, and if you die, you don't lose your meds.
Right. It's like a permanent
Your
inventory.
permanent inventory, and then like you put your keys are extremely expensive because that's where the loot are in the rooms. So your key cards, your normal keys, you put them in your butt. Kids were like, it had some cheat that could like go into your butt,
And
take it all.
Oh my
Take it all.
god.
You're losing like hours of grinding. Oh man, and it's not even grinding.
Tarkov's a grind.
It's just pure luck too. If you find those keys, like you get the hell out of the raid because you don't want to die with that. And like you can first of all sell it for a shit ton if you make it out alive with it, and second of all if you're keeping it, you're keeping it. You know, it's that simple.
Yeah.
So I'd be devastated. I've only played one full wipe, made it to level 42. I was good at the game. I would never play it again if someone in my butt took my keys. That's
Oh,
how big
yeah,
the
yeah,
deal is.
that- I
I would
mean, it's-
never play that game again.
Yeah, awful. Single player Battlefield game. Now this, I want to talk about this one. So, Kate's not as big of a gamer as I am, but did you play Battlefield 2042?
I've never played a
It
Battlefield.
is fucking awful. So we did the
Tim
beta
told me
test
it was
for it.
really
It's
bad.
terrible. So it was basically just a multiplayer. I don't even think it had a campaign. I'm really not sure. I think it's just the multiplayer. I'm trying to think. Maybe a battle royale. I don't. That's how little I played of this game or know about it because it did so bad. But they just put up like a job announcement. So they're working on a single-player Battlefield game.
What does that even mean?
So it's just a single player.
So storyline.
Yeah, so it's a storyline. Campaign, like you have in Call of Duty. But here's the problem with this, right? This is them trying to bail themselves out of 2042 because it failed so bad. They made no money on it, whatever. But let's say you made, who knows how many years it's going to take for this game to come out. If it's just a single player, let's pretend they work regular jobs, 9 to 5, whatever. I don't know what to do. I'm not a developer. But let's say it takes a full year to make this single player game, right? What ends up happening? Like, if there's no multiplayer, the Battlefield fans aren't going to play.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Who's
you
our
have to have
targeted
something.
market here?
Yeah. And it takes a while. You're not going to take the 2042 multiplayer and throw it into this when it failed so bad. So what do? Do you go back to an old engine?
Yeah, I
like
wonder.
Battlefield 3.
But like, who's going to want to buy this game?
Exactly.
Is my main question.
When
was the last time a gun game came out that wasn't multiplayer? Now, you might know better than me.
I'm trying to. Yeah.
I don't think
there's tons of indie ones, but no. Battlefield's a triple A.
Yeah, that's
company,
a top of the line game usually.
So this was the first one, I believe. I think this is the first one that didn't have a story, Battlefield 2042, because I'm trying to think which Call of Duty didn't. Oh, Black Ops 4 was the only one that didn't have a campaign, if I remember right, and Black Ops 4 sucked. Like some people can make the argument that they had the original Warzone was on there.
Okay.
And
some people don't know much about Call of Duties, as you know.
Yeah.
There was something.
You know Warzone.
I know.
Warzone's popular.
Yeah,
You've seen me play
a little bit of it.
Yeah. But Battlefield 2042 is fucking awful. It's terrible. But it's just very interesting that they would make a single player game. Let me tell you something. This single player game better blow the socks off everyone. Because if you're going to do a solo game that's just the story... Something
has to come out.
You don't have time to do a multiplayer.
I mean, once you beat that game, you're never playing it again.
Exactly.
It's not like a...
So this is my guess of what they're going to do. They're going to do... And I don't like this because they kind of did this with Warzone. So they're going to release the game, single player, and then they're going to do next year an update, which is the multiplayer. And because that's what they did with Warzone. They waited like a full year before Warzone, or a couple of months actually, before Warzone actually
force
came
people
out.
to play your
So
campaign.
I will say in this situation it's smart to do because they don't have the time or the money probably. Well, they have the money, just not the time to get a multiplayer out in time for this single player. So I think they're going to do a yearly thing.
They might need the money bad actually. Now the world's going, maybe that's why.
Well, it's EA. EA's a fucking...
I think everyone's hurting, dude.
It's true, but I mean they're like what, $30 billion company, at least.
See how much they care about their employees, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just weird to see that. It's just weird to see. It's just weird to see a single-player AAA game in today's markets. Like I can't think of what was all the most popular games. Fortnite, Apex. They're all
everything's online. Everything you play.
Online battle royales.
The real thing that makes those games fun is the fact that not only are you playing online, but you can play online with your friends.
Yeah.
Which gives you an incentive for the older crowd. A little kid can go on that game. Remember when Fortnite got popular? Like, obviously it's meant for a younger crowd, but it blew up with everyone else because one, we had nothing else to do, and two, it was like I could play this with my buddies who, now this didn't fit you and I's genre because mom didn't let us play video games, but my buddies used to say, the same guys I used to play Halo with,
now play Fortnite. Yeah.
we're playing Fortnite again.
It brought
everyone back. It brought them back to
together,
video games. Like that's doing the opposite here. They're doing a single player
I also
thing.
think a huge
That's
success
even more separation.
for Fortnite though was, I mean, the count, like the
timing,
the building. It's definitely more innovative.
It even re-blew up in the pandemic. Like that's how bad it. That's how like the timing worked so well for them.
Yeah, I mean, we could do a whole separate podcast just on Fortnite. I hate Fortnite, but I respect it. Like I respect what they've accomplished. I mean, think about it. That went from a no-name company that only did game engines to being a AAA company.
Yeah.
I mean, Epic Games is now, they have their own store now. It sucks, but they have one. Really, the only gaming powerhouse stores are just Steam, maybe Blizzard, and then Epic Games. That's really it. So they did something right.
They did something right, and people still play the shit out of that game. That's for sure.
All right, last gaming one. In fact, last news one. God of War Ragnarok. I've been so pumped for this to come out.
Yeah,
We've waited. 2018 was God of War. We just did the playthrough of that a couple months ago. It's supposed to come out 11/9, so November 9th. But then we just got this news. God of War Ragnarok dev to fans who want updates, please be patient. Ooh! This tells me that they're going to end up pushing it.
You think so?
I think they're going to end up pushing it to next year, and that's going to really bum me out. But then again, I do feel like if you announce 11/9...
When fans ask for an update, what do they mean? Like the timeline update or like the game update? Like they want to know what's up with the game?
More information. Just if it were up to me, I share all the information I know. I just feel like it's going to be such a bummer if they push it.
Yeah,
because I've been waiting all year for this.
I'd be pretty bummed out if they moved it.
Yeah, that was pretty upsetting.
Can you pre-order it yet or no?
I don't know.
It's pretty close.
I'll check on Steam later. I don't have Steam on this computer.
4 or 5 months.
Yeah, that's probably it. But, all right, that's all the news. Let's go to podcast questions. I think Zia had the only 2 this week. Yeah. Ready? So, what are your thoughts on... I didn't even look this up. I'm just going to go by him. What are your thoughts on the UK wanting all companies to switch to just one type of charging cable? Yes, I like this.
Makes sense.
I'm tired of Apple having fucking 20 different...
Mm-hmm.
You know, even these MacBooks. I can't use my brother's MacBook charger because it's different.
Mm-hmm.
So...
You got to simplify it. It's that simple.
I do think, I think certain chargers... I don't know which one it would be, like which one they would pick. But, like, the GoPro charger, this is a macro... This is the way it should go. You know, like, certain ones, obviously, if anything, have 2 or 3. But, like, let's be honest, the lightning bolt cable...
It's a shitty cable.
It's stupid.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's a good idea. I think that the reason they have been doing it is because they want you to spend the extra money.
Yeah, it's a scam.
As a lazy person like myself, if there's only one universal cable, let's say I lose my phone charger, I'll probably use my laptop charger still. And then not go buy another one, so it would kind of hurt them, I guess. But it's like... to make people's lives easier.
At least with Android phones. I've never had I've had an Android, but it's all like I can just grab the one for my headset. Like for instance, my headset, right? I can use that same charger for my headset, the GoPro, my controllers. I think the Nintendo Switch.
Damn,
like
really?
that's what. Yeah. It's,
even Nintendo's on that way.
Yeah. My Beats.
Oh yeah.
My Beats for the gym.
And I'm pretty sure
everything.
Beats is owned by Apple too. I'm pretty sure, and they still use.
That's a really good point. Yeah. So that one might be micro USB, but I don't know. Still, Apple's the only thing that I think everything's a different charger. Make this lightning bolt. Make this just an iPhone charger. So I'm fine with that. Zia, I don't know if you were talking about because I don't know. Have you ever seen like a European outlet?
Yeah, the 2-prong.
Yeah, it's like a 2-prong. I don't know if that's what he means. I'm gonna assume he means charger cables, but I mean that's never bothered me. That's country based. So, well, no, he's right because it's UK. No, it has to be charger cables.
So yeah, I don't know if that 2.1. I don't know if that's strictly Europe. I thought it was worldwide, but I could be completely wrong there.
I think we might be the only country that have that.
But I don't know if everyone else does the other one. There might be an array of different ones. I don't know that answer.
Yeah, but charger cables, I completely agree. Like, we got to stop with all the make lightning bolt all across Apple, and then make or Thunderbolt.
No, I think it's lightning.
Lightning bolt.
I think it's lightning.
Thunderbolt's Type C.
There might not even be a bolt. It might just be a lightning charger.
Yeah, lightning charger. Make it for these too, like Apple to Apple, Android to Android, and whatever. Right. So yeah, I'm completely for this. All right, this is a big one. This is last question. We'll end it after this. If you could create a band with all your favorite musicians, who would it be and what part? They all get along well in this universe. It can be individuals or group size, up to you.
That's
Dude, I'm going straight, Kansas. Remember the band Kansas?
Yeah.
They had like 12 people in their band. Yeah. There's like 20 of them. Man, I don't know.
It's hard because I like so many different genres of music.
Take a second to think, because we can cut out the thinking process. Like if you want to actually think about it.
Well, I'll think out loud.
Well, let's do it this way. Let's maximize it to 5. So you have a singer.
Maximize. That's a minimize. I got ideas.
So you
a
can
lot of
have.
people I like
so
to hear.
We'll do this. You can have one singer,
Okay.
one guitarist. That's a lead guitarist. So that's like your solos. My brothers don't play instruments, but lead guitarist.
Mm-hmm. Does he have to be good at lead guitar? I don't know.
Well, it's your favorite it's your
my favorite guitarist.
Yeah, but like if you're putting a band together.
It's okay.
If you're putting a band together.
I'm thinking more audio, I guess.
Yeah, so Kenny's more into rap because he's fucking.
I'm really not. I haven't listened to rap in a fucking while.
Yeah, Aoki.
Manny was like, I need you to start listening to rap again because I've been using your playlist and you haven't edited it in a few months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so singer, which can be a rapper if you want the rapper to be a singer. I don't know any rapper that is a singer.
I'm going Morgan Wallen singing.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a good choice.
for
But
sure.
hold on. Let me lay the ground rules here for everyone. Okay, so lead singer, lead guitarist, rhythm guitarist. You probably don't know the difference, but your lead is your solo. Your rhythm is like the guy that does kind of like the... You know when you hear a song and you know without words that that's the song, just based off the guitar? That's usually
That's
your
him.
rhythm.
Okay.
Yeah. Drummer. I would say a bassist, but no one... Listen, you can't really... Normally you can't even really tell the bassist. So I'm going to say, instead of a bassist, do like a pianist. Like someone on the keys. Right?
This is hard. I feel like I'm being very limited here because they have to play a fucking instrument, but I can figure it out. Pull up Spotify. I mean, I love Morgan Wallen, so I want him singing.
Or just say that guitarist from that band.
Okay,
So,
that's fair. Let me get on my playlist here.
Morgan Wallen's not a bad one. That guy can fucking sing.
I like him a lot.
Also,
so-
I really like what he has to say.
Good man. Dude, that's a guy on the bucket list I'd like to meet too.
Morgan Wallen.
So the thing is,
Is it Wallen or Whalen?
That's Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
I like. There's so many. Not so much. Like,
Dude.
I'd rather place a band in a spot than place a specific person in the band in the spot. For example, let's say I was doing Morgan singing, and then I just want the whole team from Led Zeppelin playing
Just
guitar.
come in.
Like, get the guitar spot.
Oh, I see what
Like,
you're
they
saying.
might come
So
out and
almost-
sing. They might get some voice in
So
there.
basically, you're building a concert,
Yeah.
right?
But they can play one giant song together.
Interesting.
Like, I want Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers to occasionally give me some lyrics, but I also want them on bass because he has pretty good bass songs.
Well, we're taking bass out. It's keys.
Oh, keys. Okay.
I think you know more guitarists and musicians than you think. Just be careful. You're way in front of the mic, so
Oh.
I might not pick you up if you say something. But okay, I'm gonna go. Man, Morgan Wallen's a good choice. I don't want to go so mainstream because I feel like if I said like Michael Jackson as singer, that's kind of too out there. I mean, if you had a background dancer, I mean Michael Jackson's going right in the center.
Yeah, I'd put him there.
I might have to put Prince on guitar. Prince is one of the greatest
Mhm.
guitarists of all time. Oh, you know who I might? Oh, I might throw John Mayer.
I was
as
gonna
a
throw
singer.
John Mayer in
I
there.
might throw him as.
I was
as
just
singer.
trying to find a spot for John Mayer, but I
He's an incredible
fucking
guitarist
love
too,
John
though.
Mayer.
I don't know. Do I want his voice or do I want him playing guitar?
I
I think I'm
think-
gonna take his voice.
I'm gonna take him guitar because of his creativity with
Yeah,
guitar.
I mean he's freaking.
He does like random shit too, with like bang it.
Yeah.
He like makes random sounds that haven't been heard on guitars before.
You know how I'm gonna put his drummer?
Who you got?
I'm debating Travis Barker or Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
You know Tommy Lee. He's married to Brittany Griner. She was like a big Vine girl.
What Tommy Lee?
Tommy Lee was in Motley Crue.
He
He
was
was like,
Motley.
you know, he's funny. He was like the Justin Bieber of Mom and Dad's era.
Mm.
Like, he like in college, he was in one of the biggest rock bands of all time, doing full tours.
I'm thinking Billy Joel.
On the keys?
On the keys.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, like, I didn't even.
I would say
I
Billy
like him
Joel,
there. I like him
or
there.
maybe Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
I just want a blind guy in the band.
Billy Joel. So I got Morgan. I got Mayer. I got Billy Joel. And I get two more.
Yeah.
What
So
are
you
the?
need a drummer.
I need a drummer.
I don't know that many drummers. I really only know Travis Barker and
I'm trying to think of a song with just like a good amount of drum. And I'm taking their squad.
or someone who kind of, you know, Justin Bieber's not a bad singer.
I was gonna say Rascal Flats, but they only have Life as a
Oh, I
Highway.
love and Bless the Broken Road.
I don't even know that one.
Oh, what a great song.
I just know the good drums in that, but I was also listening to it.
sit down
Oh,
on
I got
the
it.
way.
My drummers are gonna be Matchbox 20.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
I'm
one.
putting them there.
I think I'm gonna put Machine Gun Kelly as my rhythm guitarist.
Oh, what am I doing? I don't even have MGK in my band.
Yeah.
It's very not. That's not cool beans of me. Yeah, I'm putting MGK wherever the fuck he fits. That's for sure.
I think I have my 5 then.
I think I do as well.
All right, ready? So, oh man, but Van Halen I might put as guitarist too.
So I got.
Prince. Yeah, truth is, I know Prince is a good guitar player. I don't know his music that well, so I think I might put Eddie Van Halen as my guitarist.
Mhm.
So you want to go first? What are your 5?
I got Morgan singing.
Morgan singing.
I'm gonna put MGK on guitar with John Mayer, and whatever that counts for 2 though on me. So I got 3 guys. Then I got Matchbox 20 on guitar.
On drums, you said.
Or on drums, yes. And then my pianist was Billy Joel.
That's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna go John Mayer as my singer.
Good choice.
Eddie Van Halen as my lead guitarist. MGK as my rhythm guitarist. My drums is I'm gonna go Tommy Lee as my
Mhm.
drummer. And on the keys I'm gonna do Elton John.
Elton John.
Yeah. It says Stevie Wonder.
That's a good lineup.
Give me top 5 rappers. Because you know rappers better than I do. I know that's more your...
I know.
I mean, if I had to pick 5 rappers to do a song right now, I mean, Lil Uzi Vert's going in.
Yeah, I go Uzi, Drake, Travis Scott, Lil Baby, and who do I love that's just not named there? I gotta go to my music.
Yeah, I don't have Spotify on here.
Gunna.
Gunna?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Lil Uzi Vert. You know who I freaking love? Tom McDonald. You know who that is? He's that white guy with all the tattoos that does all like the controversial stuff on YouTube. Look him up. You'll know him based on his face.
I'm never seen
Him.
this man. I'll take your word for it that he's good.
You don't? Yeah, that's him. You know his face. He's got the blacked out eyes from the tattoos.
No, I don't know him, dude.
Oh man,
I've been out of the scene for a while.
He's always on the explore page. So him, Uzi, Drake has to go out there. I'm gonna throw Lil Wayne in there. I like Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then probably Eminem. You'd have to throw Eminem in there somewhere, right?
Yeah, I haven't been even like I never liked the old stuff. I mean, I did when I was like.
I will say
that
I have
age.
more of a respect for the old school rap.
It was definitely harder for them back then, so I
Yeah.
definitely respect it more.
I mean, they paved the way.
Yeah, it was just more like when I was that age, I loved that shit. As I got older, I was like, I get why this music isn't as good as it is now.
Yeah.
Because now they have so much more technology to make a song, have way more noise.
Like Biggie back in the day. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, he just that's just quality of music was good with him, but if he performed now, his music would be even way better.
Yeah. Well, you're comparing it to new stuff, and the
Yeah.
new stuff's just not the same.
It's completely different because they have so much easier ways of making it.
Yeah. All right.
Let me give you the list of my playlists real quick. We got oldies. We got songs I'd allow to play at my party. We got She Was Just Blonde. We got She Likes Country, So I'll Try It Out. Songs that give me some type of feeling. And then Move I'm a Senior, which is a playlist I made.
Move I'm a Senior.
Whenever she's drunk, she tells people, "Get the fuck out of my way, I'm a senior."
Uh,
So I named Move I'm a Senior. Check out this picture she took of Morgan Wallen
There's some.
at a concert.
Oh, that's actually a sick
Fucking
picture.
sick picture.
Morgan Wallen.
See, we got the
Talk
flag
about
draped
comeback
on him.
stories. So for those of you that don't know about Morgan Wallen, he's I think he's like a little younger than me. I think he's 24, 25.
I actually don't even know his age.
I think he's 24, 25, but he got quote
No, he's
unquote
old, he's
canceled.
He's old. He's 29.
29.
I thought
Wow,
he
he
was
does
30s.
not look 29.
He's a good looking dude too.
okay, a little sus, but whatever.
Good looking guy. I got socks on. It's cool. He
So he dropped, he's called his friend the N-word, kind of like in a friendly manner, but he got canceled for it. And literally the next year, his music was so good.
Just think about it, dude. The people that listen to Morgan Wallen, they don't really give a
But yeah, a little too, let's be honest, they're kind of southern.
They don't care too much about that word.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
still have certain flags out.
Yeah, I guess.
And then he ended up winning the Country Music Awards.
Yeah.
Like best
Yeah,
country
I he's
singer
my
or
favorite.
something.
He's been my favorite for a while. I've been trying to get Dad to like him more. He's a good guy.
You know who I've been listening to, or not listening to, but you know Jelly Roll, who I think is an up and coming
Country rapper.
Country. No, not a rapper.
Country
Just
singer.
he's a country singer, but he looks like a rapper because he's got like face tattoos,
Mhm.
like out the
Yeah, I saw a
big
video of him.
time.
It did look pretty good.
Yeah.
It did look like he was pretty good.
I've
guy.
never actually heard him sing, but I'm watching him on another podcast. I was like, seems pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, that was a successful third podcast, I think.
Nice.
I believe. Yeah, last week we did the Twitch Clips video, so there was just no time to edit this and get it out. But yeah, good job, brother.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one to end it on.